So you're not dead. Hello, Q. I've missed you. Welcome to Should You Watch This with the Popcorn Priest, a weekly podcast where movie enthusiasts, current and ex-movie theater projectionists, new and old friends take the time to talk about a movie that we just watched and answer that very question. Should or shouldn't you watch this? Every mission has led to this.
Fate draws us back together. Now your enemy is my enemy.
When you're ready.
Rated PG-13.
Joining me today is reoccurring guest, Mr. JJ himself. Welcome back to the show, my man.
Popcorn. What it do?
This is it's going to be a somber moment where we are concluding our review of all the Daniel Craig Bond films. JJ is seeing them for the first time, and I'm calling it the Bond Extravaganza. Make sure to water your poison garden and check to make sure your gun is still under the sink. No Time to Die from 2021 is next. Let's just get into the description. James Bond has left active service. His peace is short-lived when Felix Leiter, an old friend from the CIA, turns up asking for help, leading Bond into the trail of a mysterious villain armed with dangerous new technology. What do you think about that description?
I mean, it works.
Yeah, it's fine.
It was fine.
Normally they're hot garbage, so this one's pretty good. Directed by Cary Joji Fukunaga. Is that how you pronounce this?
Yeah, I think you got it.
All right. I didn't know who that guy's name is, but he directed Beasts of No Nation, which I've heard of, have not seen. He also directed my favorite season of True Detective, dude.
Ooh, season 1?
Season 1. Correct.
Dang.
You guessed it correct. He's the only one that has directed all 8 episodes.
That's crazy. I didn't know they had a same director all 8. Yeah, legend.
That's why it was so good.
Yeah.
Top billed stars Daniel Craig, Ana de Armas, Rami Malek, Léa Seydoux, Ralph Fiennes, which we know is correct now, and spoiler alert, Christoph Waltz. I'll have a couple of trivia points to talk about that actual idea that it is a spoiler because, anyway, I'll get to that.
That's a stacked cast, though.
Very stacked. Runtime of 2 hours and 43 minutes. At 100, this is a pre-number. I had to throw this in right here because I think this is special. At 163 minutes, this is the longest James Bond film by approximately 13 minutes.
We talked about runtime, the past Bonds, and given this the finale, I'm fine with it being 240.
Correct.
It didn't long either.
No, it did not. Rated PG-13. Genre on Rotten Tomatoes says action/adventure/mystery and thriller. IMDb likes to give us a Thanksgiving meal of genres by saying spy, action, adventure, globetrotting adventure, thriller, and adventure epic.
Jeez.
And they're different every single time.
Just keep it simple.
I'm starting to like Rotten Tomatoes descriptions way more than IMDb now.
Yeah, action, spy, that's all we need.
Yeah. Speaking of them, IMDb gives us a rating of 7.3 out of 10 from 474,000 reviews. Rotten Tomatoes gives us 83% from 430 critics and 88% from 10,000 plus audience ratings.
All right, that's pretty high.
Yeah, that's right where I think it should be.
Yeah.
It's not as high as Skyfall, but it's right there.
Nor should it be.
Where to watch this? I mean, if you've listened to any of the other Daniel Craig Bond pods that we've done over the last weeks here, months, you'll know that I'm angry that you can't find these in one place. It's a crapshoot. Amazon Prime, MGM Plus, Fubo TV. I don't know. Go find it. It's going to be hard, and I'm sorry. But the best way to overcome that is buying the physical media. I am Captain Physical Media. You need to go and buy the stuff. It's way better, and you'll never have to hunt for streaming services ever again.
Pro physical media. That's what Christopher Nolan says.
Yeah. We are, in the political landscape right now, we're pro physical media. That's my political stance. And if you choose the highest tier of our Patreon account, you'll have access to the Popcorn Priest permanent collection. Go to patreon.com/Popcorn Priest for details. All right, dude. This brings us to Popcorn Reviews the Reviews.
Yeah, well, that's just like your opinion, man. All
right, dude. You know the drill. What are we doing?
You know what we're doing. We're doing that whiplash.
All right. We're going to end on a high note, which we have to. So that means the first 1 out of 10 from Aspic Design.
Aspic Design?
Aspic Design. I don't know what that means. Aspic says, the worst Bond movie ever. Aspic continues to tell us, congratulations to Lea Seydoux, who has single-handedly ruined the last few Bond movies. But in this case, she was not only bad, she was abysmal. The movie itself was beyond horrible. And it hurts so effing much to say that since I have been a fan of each and every Bond movie until Led Seydoux. 1 out of 10.
So he was a fan of Spectre, which has Leah in it, but not this one.
Yeah, I think he for sure hates Leah. That's what we do know, but apparently this wasn't the way to go out for Aspic.
I have no beef with Leia. I think she's fine.
We'll talk a little bit about her in this week and next week, so we'll save that. All right, let's get into our first 10 out of 10 from G. Steve. Steve says, end of an era. We watched this at the cinema today. He's probably over across the pond. I don't know of anyone that calls it the cinema in the United States.
Across the cinema.
Yeah. We watched this at the cinema today. Oh, did I say across?
I thought you did.
I've been a lifelong fan of Bond, but I have to say Craig's performances and portrayal of 007 have been brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. It was the swan song that he deserved, that his loyal fans deserved. The sadness, the wit, action, and legendary Bond appeal for all generations to watch. Daniel Craig reinvented Bond. Whoever follows has some very impossibly next-level big shoes to fill. Another masterpiece. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 clapping hand emojis. 10 out of 10. He gives it 5 claps, dude. That's his rating
5
scale.
Claps. That's 10 hands.
That is 10 hands. That's math we just did.
10 out of 10.
I love that, dude. We just solved what are those cryptics that like serial killers send out?
Zodiac? We just solved the Zodiac?
Yeah, we just solved it. I love that. All right, next 1 out of 10 is from Craig King, 893-295-189.
It's a lot of numbers, Craig.
I think Craig just gave us his phone number if we want to call him.
His social security number, something was there.
Do people crank call anymore? Let's crank call Craig King.
Yeah, let's hear his review first.
All right. Remember, this is 1 out of 10. R.I.P. Men Being Men. Not a James Bond film, period. This is a story of bureaucracy and constraint. A joyless, forced, feminine diatribe about equality and humanity. It is a disrobing of any masculinity the character had left by chastising the traits and joys of his escapist behaviors that appealed to the male audience, which is violence, heroism, booze, boobs, charm, humor, and technology. 1 out of 10.
I feel like he was just giving all these good reasons at the end.
Yeah, I mean, I think those were in there. So
yeah,
maybe he didn't finish it.
Sorry, Craig.
If you need to borrow a couple bucks to re-rent this, I'll Venmo you. Okay. Next 10 out of 10 comes from Sean Math C. Sean Math C. Just the C at the end. Maybe he just accidentally typed it a C. We're going to call him Sean Math. The name is bold. James Bold. I mean, are we just saying it's a bold movie? Is that why we're saying James Bold?
Apparently from the Mr. Math.
All right, Mr. Math. He continues to enlighten us by saying, just finished watching this movie that I've been anxiously awaiting for nearly 2 years. And out of respect to the movie-going experience, I'll keep this review spoiler-free. Hashtag no time for spoilers. Hashtag keep the secrets.
Like the hashtags.
I love we're putting hashtags in reviews. Thanks, Sean Math. Let me start by saying this. Even with all the hype of the world, this Bond movie surpasses it all by breaking most of the rules anyone could imagine. I remember watching Casino Royale with my now sadly estranged childhood friend back in 2006.
Oh, what do you think happened?
I don't know. Sean has been estranged from his childhood friend.
Yeah. I feel like we could get them back together.
I bet it. You know what I bet it was? I bet it was fantasy football.
What?
That's what probably caused the rift between these two friends.
In 2006?
No, he gave this review. Oh, yeah, in 2006. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe. Anyway, I thought that would get a bigger laugh. Let's see. Right before leaving my childhood home and exiting the cinema in pleasant shock, wishing to see the next film ASAP. That movie hooked people that even were never fans of Bond and got addicted to Craig's fantastic and revolutionary run. Now, we have reached the end of the journey, and luckily, I'm in that kind of satisfying shock. This is a daring, fearless swan song done right. Goodbye, James Bond. Thank you for everything, Daniel Craig. Damn, I'm already missing him so badly. 10 out of 10.
I love it. I love it. I'm just worried about his childhood friend, though.
Yeah, I want Sean to go and give him a call on this holiday season. Give your childhood friend a call and say, hey, let's go watch a Bond film.
Yeah, let the past be past.
All right. Our last 1 out of 10 comes to us from Mapine. Not really sure. Map says, I'll never get that 2 hours of my life back. It's actually 2 hours and 43 minutes, Map.
Yeah, closer to 3, buddy.
Yeah. I rated this movie by an average of a rating the following. I'm going to say that again. I rated this movie by an average of a rating the following. We've done math already on the pod this week, so I need your help with this. Map has a algorithm here that he's sharing with us on his.
I'm ready to crunch some numbers.
How he got to a 1 out of 10. Okay. Acting, he gives it a 2. Doesn't tell us. I'm assuming we're going out of 10. Action, he gives it an 8.
Ooh,
that's high.
That's really high. Yeah.
Cars and gadgets are a 9.
Oh, what? Okay.
Actors are a 5.
I mean, isn't that the same as acting?
Yeah.
But go carry on.
There's 2 categories. We've got conflicting numbers. Map goes on to say, and finally the script, which equals a negative 24.
Oh. Okay.
So maybe that's where he gets a 1.
If I'm doing the math right, he's got 24 plus a negative 24. That guy's at a 0.
He's at a 0, and he's not at a 1. Map, you need to check your math, dude, and listen to this pod.
He's got acting and actors, which I feel like could be one category.
Yeah. He says, seriously, what an insult to the franchise and the fans. And doing this to us while there's hell on earth right now? It's true. He's not wrong. It was a dark time. We really need some wins here, people. We really need to feel good. I'm not alone when I say this, : note to the writers, I hate you. 1 out of 10.
Wow. Hey, this guy hated the writing the script because he really liked everything else. He got an 8 for an action, 9 for the cars and gadgets, but the writing, I don't think it was that terrible.
No, not to give it back to a 0.
Well, not to hate the writers either, you know.
Yeah, that's hate speech.
That is.
I don't want to endorse it at all.
He's got some hate in his heart. He needs to let go. Maybe he's the childhood friend of the other guy.
Oh my gosh.
And they should get back together.
Yeah, well, they might have their first fight because Map's giving it a 1 out of 10, and Sean Math is only giving it a 10.
Maybe that's what they were beefing about.
Let's hope that they can get back together again.
I hope, man.
Let's go out on top with a 10 out of 10 by Billy Jeffrey. Billy says, I must be unique because this movie is a masterpiece. I don't know why he's saying unique.
Maybe because he's the only one that thinks it's a masterpiece.
I mean, I did some math since we're talking about math quite a bit this episode. There were 469 10 out of 10 ratings on IMDb for this film.
Seems like a lot.
He's not unique. There's 468 more of them. Let's see what Billy says. His unique.
Give him a chance. Give him a chance.
His unique review. I love all the Daniel Craig Bond movies, but this is by far my favorite. I don't know what movie everyone else was watching, but I've only ever called 5 movies a masterpiece, and this is one of them. Full of action, surprises, and a beautiful yet sad ending. Will definitely be going into my top 5 favorite movies of the past couple of decades. I enjoyed every single second of it and have since watched it again. The people leaving the crappy reviews want the same old stuff as the old Bond movies, and in my opinion, are unable to accept change. If you look at this movie from a different point of view and not just expect what has already been done in past Bond films, this is easily a perfectly made masterpiece. But what do I know? Frowning emoji face, 10 out of 10.
Masterpiece.
Yeah, not a masterpiece.
I'm curious what his other ones that he rates as masterpieces, though.
5, his 5 favorite.
Yeah. Maybe they're just like all the last of his series.
I just looked up his IMDb profile, and he only reviewed 3 movies in his whole IMDb life.
Wow.
One of them was No Time to Die. The other one was Dead Silence from 2007 and Look Away from 2018.
Wow, pretty random.
Random, yes.
Yeah.
Correct.
If he thinks those movies are masterpieces, then it kind of diminishes his No Time to Die rating.
Or it elevates his name saying himself as unique because he's a unique individual.
Yeah.
All right, that's it for our reviews. Are you ready to jump into Should You Watch This?
Let's go.
5 reasons why you should watch No Time to Die from 2021. I'm going to give you 5, and you let me know if you have any additional ones.
Let's hear 'em.
Number 1, I'm going to beat a dead horse here. I'm punching his face. If you like James Bond and you have seen the last 4 Daniel Craig Bonds, you need to watch this. And if you don't, then you're dead to me. If you skip it, please unsubscribe right now.
Yeah, if you watch the other 4 and don't watch this, then yeah.
What is going
Beat
on?
him like that horse.
Yeah, correct. And number 2, if you like finales of movies, then this is for you. It's kind of in the vein of number 1, but I want to kind of hit that home a little bit more. And number 3, if you want to swim around deep in this Bond film for 2 hours and 43 minutes and see all of the locations and all the things that DC's Bond has given us, unbutton your shirt and let it wash all over you. Also, Ana de Armas.
Yes.
And number 4, if you want to spend your last moments with DC and pay your respects, this one's for you. And number 5, last but not least, No Time to Die deserves to be supported. Give your money to the things that you like. We need more Bond films. Go rent it, buy it, have it. Show the broccolis that we want more Bonds. And that's it. That's all the reasons that I have.
Great reasons.
Thank you.
I would just say, too, it has some really cool scenes in it, which we'll talk about next week. I don't want to spoil anything, but there's some really cool action sequences and scenes in this one. And then I thought the technology in this one was really dope, too.
Yeah, I agree. It felt grounded, but almost like in the fringe, like
yeah,
this could be coming. I like that. That's a really good reason. All right, you ready for Popcorn by the numbers.
Give me those numbers.
For God's sakes, just give me the damn number!
All right, dude. I haven't packed this one to the gills like I have with the other ones, but there's some good ones. We need to first start with box office haul. What's the budget?
Oh, I feel like I should be better at this. The budget was probably, I don't know, 250.
Oh, dude. You got it right on the button, 250.
Oh my gosh.
5 million more than Spectre.
Yeah. Oh, I would expect it to be more.
I would have too. All right. What do you think the worldwide box office haul was? This is coming off of COVID too.
Yeah. So it's gonna be a little lower. And then I know that Skyfall is the only one that surpassed $1 billion. So I'll say like 750 million, like 750.
Oh, dude. Are you channeling this finale energy? It's 758, bro.
Wow, put me on Price is Right, dog, because I'm guessing them numbers tonight.
This was interesting to me. The U.S. market dipped again to 160 from a 190 from Spectre, and then
Just redo this.
But the international one was 598, so right in line with Spectre, which was interesting to me.
So going back, so it made less than Spectre domestically.
Correct. And
wow.
Yes, it was 160.
That's gotta be COVID, bro. That's got to be so much COVID. You would think.
Yes, I braved the streets with my mask to go see No Time to Die. I did it.
Yeah.
Here's some numbers. No Time to Die cost roughly 250 times more than the first James Bond movie from 1962, Dr. No, which cost about $800,000 to make.
Wow.
Can you imagine? Like, I know it's obviously 55 years, before when it started, and I know there's inflation and everything like that, but it's just staggering 250 times more to make a Bond movie nowadays.
That's crazy.
All right, the next one I have is director Cary G. Fukunaga. Wanted one great bike stunt to be featured in Matera, Italy. Stunt coordinator Lee Morrison came up with the spectacular wall jump, performed by stuntman Paul Edmondson. To perform the stunt, Edmondson rides up an 8-meter ramp at approximately 60 kilometers an hour, 37 miles per hour for us Americans. Gets airborne over a wall and lands on a cobbled terrace. The scene, along with the bridge attack jump, are two of the movie's most signature stunts. And they were featured in the trailer, if you remember that time.
That's an awesome scene. The whole Italy motorcycle scene is really well done.
Yeah, we won't go into the details of what's going on, but as soon as that chase starts happening, it's an awesome wild ride. Here's an interesting one. The longest pre-title sequence in the official James Bond film series, running at about 24 minutes before the opening titles roll. We both noticed that immediately when we were watching it.
It felt a while. I was just waiting for those opening credits, and 24 minutes.
Yeah, so longest pre-title sequence in James Bond history. With its boat chase down the River Thames, the 14 to 15 minutes previous record holder had been The World Is Not Enough, which held the title around 22 years. The opening pre-credit sequence was so long that in theaters, the opening song and titles didn't run until about 1 minute into the second reel. That's crazy, dude.
So how many minutes was it?
24 minutes into
the previous one.
It doesn't say. It just says it had held the title for 22 years. So I'm assuming slightly less than 24 minutes. I bet it's way less. I bet it's like 10.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering, just because 24 minutes I feel like is a long time. So
yeah, I bet it beat it handedly.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, that reminds me. I forgot to do homework. You gave me a homework assignment.
Uh-oh, detention.
Let me do it right now. We talked a little bit about, and I really enjoyed our conversation about the drinking scene where Bond is in a slump and he has the scorpion on his hand.
Oh, okay.
And we had talked about, did we think a scorpion could kill you? And we're like, yeah, probably. Turns out It's possible to die from a scorpion sting, but it's extremely rare. In the United States, there hasn't been a reported death from a scorpion sting in over 50 years.
Whoa. I thought for sure there'd be some deaths.
So, I mean, and it says here only about 25 of the world's 1,750 scorpion species are considered lethal to humans.
Dude. All right.
So there's your homework. And
yeah. Should you watch this where you get all your scorpion news and facts?
It is.
I love it.
It is in by the numbers, so it fits really nicely in here.
Now you know, though.
Yeah.
Way less deadly than I thought.
Yeah, so if you see a scorpion, just be like, what? And go.
Kind of takes away that scene now when he's drinking with the scorpion.
Let's believe that Daniel Craig specifically picked out one of the 25 most deadliest scorpions. Okay.
He would do that.
He would. Speaking of Daniel Craig, he's the only actor to play James Bond who has never seen smoking in the movie.
Pierce Brosnan was smoking?
Smoking it up.
Yeah, 90s.
Though there is an appearance of Delectado cigars at his Jamaican home in No Time to Die. So maybe he smoked a cigar, but not on screen.
I'm fine with that.
James Bond first.
He's more of a drinker.
How funny you should say that. His iteration of the character, though, was the first time Agent 007 was seen drunk in the movie, which was was not in this movie, but in Quantum of Solace. So Craig's breaking rules.
I like it. That fits his Bond.
Correct.
He's a realistic Bond.
Yes, and that's what we've learned. He's a more grounded Bond. I don't know. This might spawn a pre-beef, but this was the first feature to feature a female 00 agent in the official James Bond series.
Okay.
I'm going to save my beef because I just think I owe it to the audience who may or may not have seen this yet.
And I think it deserves to be in the beef, not the numbers.
I agree. Let's hey, follow your own rules, Popcorn. Okay. Okay. Sorry about that, guy. All right. I got 3 more numbers.
Dude, you were number heavy. What are you talking about?
I mean, the other ones had many, so we've been having an enjoyable conversation. So I'm feeling good.
Some scorpions.
About 5 days before the film's world premiere, actor Daniel Craig, who we affectionately call DC, was made an honorary commander in the British Royal Navy. This rank matches that of James Bond in the novels and movies, whilst the filmmakers worked closely with them and the Ministry of Defense in the production of the picture. DC is a commander, brah.
Yeah, not surprising. It's the Navy, though. Like, there's not another branch. They could have given it to him, but the Navy, I'm assuming, I know that's probably their most powerful branch, but still.
Hashtag keep the secrets.
Yeah. Dude, yeah, those Navy seamen, the seamen got secrets.
I don't know if I don't want to hear that word ever again out of your mouth. Seamen.
Navy seamen secrets?
Navy, that's a tongue twister.
Yeah.
Navy seamen secrets. Oh, gosh.
Secrets.
Okay. Calm down, Popcorn. The film's title song, sung by Billie Eilish, which might be also beef that we got to keep tight to the vest. It broke the record for the biggest ever opening week for a James Bond theme song in the UK. The track sold about 90,000 copies in its first week of 7 days in release, and also had 10.6 million streams in the same, racing it to the UK's #1 spot of the pop charts.
That's crazy. I mean, it's good and all, but Adele doesn't hold that over.
I looked that up because we must be sharing the same brain today, because I wanted to know where she ranked, because I like Skyfall.
Yeah, that's goated.
Adele's title song for Skyfall sold about 84,000 copies, so not too shabby. And it debuted late 2012, which at the same time made it in the UK a #2 spot on the charts. So it got #2 and sold slightly less than Billie Eilish.
I don't know what's number one over Adele's Skyfall, but okay.
No idea.
Some One Direction song back then.
I can't go that far into the inception into your mind. I only have one level. That's all I'm allowed in, dude.
Yeah.
But I get there. All right, dude. So this I think you're going to love. It is not really a number, but there are numbers of people associated with this piece of information. And it's
that's a number then.
Rami Malek is the 6th Academy Award winner to play a Bond villain. Do you want to know the other 5?
Javier is one of them.
Javier Bardem, correct.
Waltz is another.
Christoph Waltz, correct.
And then I don't know the rest.
Christopher Walken, A View to a Kill, 1985. At least you got the ones that you're aware of.
Christopher Walken was a Bond villain?
It is sick, dude.
Yeah, I got to check this out. I didn't know this.
And then these shouldn't even count, in my estimation. But Woody Allen and Orson Welles in Casino Royale, the one like fake Bond movie that people talk about.
Okay.
So I'm going to say that Malik was the 4th Academy Award winner to play a Bond villain.
I got to check that Walken Bond out, bro.
There's also 6 nominees have also played Bond villains. I'm not going to get into it right now. Okay? I don't want to talk about them.
Just knowing the 6, that's good.
Okay. All right. Speaking of other actors, first James Bond movie to be made and released after the passing away of former 007 actor Sir Roger Moore, who sadly passed away on the 23rd of May, 2017. It will also be the R.I.P., dude. It will also be the first film in the series to be released after the passing of former 007 actor Sir Sean Connery, who sadly passed away on the 31st of October of 2020.
Dang. Can you give me that Sean Connery line? Welcome. What does he say?
Well, I have two. I have a line that I like.
All right, give me the line.
My favorite Sean Connery line is this. Hello, I'm Sean Connery. Please take off your panties.
Whoa. They're off.
Off.
Immediately.
Excuse me. All right, they're off. All right, my last number is kill count, death count.
Okay.
I mean, you're on almost 100% out of 100%.
These kill counts can be so variable, you know?
Yeah, this one isn't as crazy as Spectre because we had all those henchmen who died.
Yeah.
But
I mean, I didn't spoiler, but you know, there's a nuclear bomb in this one.
Spoiler alert.
I'm just gonna say, I'll say 40.
156.
Whoa, yeah, underestimated that.
Yeah, it's
Numbers are really good for the budget apparently today.
Yeah. Only 2 were allowed. It's not a nuclear blast. It's just a big bomb.
It's pretty big.
It's pretty big. Yeah. But I don't think it's a nuke. It's not a nuke. That's all I got. Is there anything you want to talk about before we break and come back next week to finish our final review of DC's Bond?
Yeah, I just have one set of numbers I wanted to go over.
Give it to me.
So this is kind of, it's controversial. This is some numbers with some beef.
Okay. We got some interlaced beef.
Yeah. We're kind of like cross-category right now. So Rami Malek, Freddie Mercury was, I think he was 40 years old at the time of this movie, okay?
Mr. Robot.
And then Leah Seydoux was 36, Madeline Swan.
Okay.
So my beef is with these numbers, like when she's a kid, like there's a 4 or 5 year gap between these two. And like he's playing an adult when she's a kid at the opening scene, and just kind of took me out.
Yeah, I remember you saying that in the movie when we were watching it. You're like, the math doesn't, again, we're back to math, and I love that we're closing it out.
So much math. There's so much math already this episode.
We're coming full circle to the end, but
we
like,
had a reviewer named C Maths. We had a reviewer who just did math to get his rating. Just a lot of math right now.
A lot of math, and that's fine. And yeah.
So I looked up their ages, and to confirm my beef, and I still don't like that. I just feel like he was too young to play that part.
Yeah, we'll talk about what happens in the first scene, but correct. I did.
So, just some numbers with some beef.
I like that. I like a pre-beef. Well done. At this point, there will be spoilers up ahead, so if you want to watch and then come back next week and join us for our breakdown of our final Blonde, James Blonde, from 2021. And I want to go out like this, since we've been doing this for a bit. I'm on the social medias. I dare you to message the great Popcorn Priest at Popcorn Priest. I love movies and would love it if you share the love. I don't know, I'm kind of dipping into Stallone here. Share this with the movie lover in your life. For the cost of a...
Hey, Adrian!
For the cost of a cup of coffee, you can help the Popcorn Priest support his movie addiction and allow him to keep giving you these labor of love reviews by visiting patreon.com/Popcorn Priest. Lastly, the easiest way to support the show, and the most free, is like and subscribe and give us a 5-star review. Easier than getting a product placement in a Bond movie. Although that's fairly easy, it seems. As always, thanks for listening. Thanks to my special guest, Mr. J.J. Blofeld.
We'll see you next time.
Join us next week for part 2 and our heartfelt, exciting, and most of all, Bondy farewell to DC as Mr. James Bond himself. Join us for a special holiday episode before the holidays. We'll see you next week.